This is Bill Wilder, Director of the Life Cycle Institute, the learning and leadership and change practice at Life Cycle Engineering. Over the 30-plus years that we've been working with our clients to help them transform their businesses into more productive, successful businesses, we have worked with both low-performing and high-performing teams. And during that time, we have discovered that in the high-performing teams, there are 5 behaviors that we consistently see the leaders demonstrate. Today I want to share with you those 5 behaviors. But before I even go there, first I want to talk to you about a fundamental mindset that these leaders typically have. And that is that they understand that the team is made up of individuals. That a high-performing team means high-performing individuals. So they focus attention on creating the high-performance individual. Now, what are those behaviors? First, they share goals across the team goals. Second, they align the goals with the individuals on the team. Third, they measure fairly the way those goals are achieved at the individual and team level. 4, they delegate authority and responsibility. 5, they recognize results. The leaders of high-performance teams consistently demonstrate those 5 behaviors. So let's talk about shared goals. And this may seem strange to you, but the leaders who lead high-performance teams realize and understand that it is individuals who learn, individuals who change, and individuals who produce results and achieve shared goals. So it starts with the individual behavior and driving that behavior and including them in establishing the shared goals. Then it leads to team goals and ultimately the overall sharing of those goals. So the key to having shared goals is understanding the individual and then working with the individuals on the team, arriving at a shared goal. And oftentimes we will use something that we refer to as an impact map to achieve that. And I'm not going to go through the details of that right now. There's other videos on the site, and you can do a search on the idea of using an impact map. But essentially what the impact map does is help the leader create a direct line of sight from the individual behavior to the shared goal. And that is shared goals. The second leadership behavior of high-performance teams is aligning the goals or aligned goals. And I mentioned earlier that the team is comprised of the individual performance. So once you've got a shared goal for the team, it is essential that you align that goal with the individual's strengths and aspirations. And what do I mean? These are the things that the individual does naturally and they're passionate about. Aspirations are the things that the person wants to do and again has passion for. So normally when you have a shared goal, you can look at that goal and think about how each individual can contribute to that goal. Now, does that mean that everybody gets to do everything they want to do? Clearly, it does not. But it does mean that you're seeking out ways to mitigate any weaknesses by leveraging the strengths of the team. The second thing I would say here is to review it often. Strengths and aspirations change. As I learn more, as my lifestyle changes, as my life situation changes, what I want and what I'm strong at changes. So the leaders of high-performance teams are constantly reviewing and discussing how the individual can apply their strengths and aspirations to achieve the high-performance team. The third behavior of the leader of a high-performance team is that they measure fairly. And they focus on measures that the individual can impact. It is the individual that we want to focus on and their ability to impact those results. So it's very important that the individual be included in the process of defining the measure and has the responsibility and the authority to impact that measure. That is how we achieve a high-performance team, through individuals that have a measure they can individually impact that drive that team performance. The fourth behavior of the leader of a high-performance team is that they delegate authority. Delegate authority. They don't micromanage. They don't do the job. They don't tell how. They do tell what. In the Toyota way, Jeffrey Liker states or comments that Toyota leaders seldom give orders, seldom tell how. In fact, those leaders most often lead and mentor through questions. So the leader of a high-performance team doesn't give orders. No, they don't give orders. They ask questions. And by doing so, delegate the authority and lead the individual through a discovery process on how they can impact the shared goals. The fifth behavior of the leader of a high-performance team is that they recognize results. Group and team results and individual results. And how do they do this? Both financially and non-financial. First of all, communication. Frequent communication. Even so far as to even as often as weekly communication, either in writing or verbally, on the contributions and achievements of the individual and how that has contributed to the group or team success. So it's celebrating the individual and how that individual's behavior and success and results have contributed to the team. The other is that they pay performers. Can you imagine a professional sports team where their star performer is paid exactly the same as everybody else on the team, receives the same raises, receives the same bonuses? How long do you think that star performer is going to stay with the team? Now, they do need to perform as a team, but when you have individuals that are achieving exemplary results, those individuals need to be rewarded, recognized, both in communication and in pay. And whether that be through bonuses or spot awards or raises, the people that are producing the results for you, that 20% that are bringing in 80%, need to be getting about 80% of the pay for performance. So the fifth is recognizing results. So let's summarize the 5 behaviors of the leader of a high-performance team. First of all, the team has shared goals that they've all contributed to. Secondly, the leader works on aligning those goals to the individual's strengths and aspirations. Thirdly, establishes just a few but relevant measures that are fair and that the individual can impact. And do so by the fact that the leader has delegated to that individual the responsibility and the authority to influence that measure. They're not micromanaging, they're not telling how, they're telling what. And then lastly, when they achieve those measures, achieve those results, they're recognizing the people, the individuals that are achieving those results, both in their communication and in their compensation. Those are the behaviors that create high-performance teams.